This conference will now be recorded.
Please let me know once you all can see my screen. Hey, please speak out, yeah.
Yeah, we can
Okay,
see
that's
it.
great.
Visible.
So see here. Previously, we have discussed about the only one type of relation, and I think we have created only two tables. So today I want to go with creating the remaining tables first. Okay, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, I want to create all the remaining tables. Let me create it pretty fast. So right click on the add button, new item, and this time I want to go to data model and then table. I will call this as ICI savings account. Okay, so already I have created customer ID for number sequence. So now going further, I am not going to use it. Okay, I will directly use the generic EDT for this one. 1 second, let it load. But please remember, whenever you are in need of number sequence, you need to create a new EDT. Please remember that. Okay, because number sequence is bound to EDT. Now I am taking the generic string. This is my account number field, and then what else do we need? Account number, minimum balance, available balance. EDT real. I will take, I say, amount, and then I take, I say, amount again, and next, what else? Date of account creations, customer ID. Okay, for customer ID I will create one foreign key, because I say customer ID, I think I have created a separate one for number sequence. So I will create new item, and then I will take a data type, EDT string. I will call this as ICI customer ID foreign key. Click on the add button. Okay, go to properties, and in the reference table property, what we need to add? We need to add ICI commerce here, and then in the table references, new table reference, go to properties, related field would be customer ID. Done. Okay, here I am using the string. As I told you, table relations will not work here. Save. Done. Now let me go to Solution Explorer, customer ID foreign key. But can you see this? No relation got created. Why? Because this is other than the surrogate. Okay, so this is not the record, so it will not create. Don't worry about it. The next thing is date of account creation. Generic date. Let me go to date. I'll take generic date. I will call it as date of account creation. Okay. Now let me update it. Date of account creation. So all these are generic. So I need to add the label. Date of account creation. If you want to add some spaces and make it more look and feel, then you can do that. Next, this is customer ID foreign key. So you can call it as customer ID habituated. Okay. And then you can use customer ID here. This is available balance. You can call this as available balance. And you can call this as available balance. And this is minimum balance. Minimum balance. And this is minimum balance. The last one is account number. You can call it as account name. Done. So, okay. Now that if you want, you can add some, what do you call this? Field groups. Okay. You can drag and drop it to the auto report. You can drag and drop it to the auto lookup. Whatever you want, you can do. You can add it to the field groups. And if you want to define some indexes, you can define some indexes. Okay. So now this is my savings account table. Let me go to Solution Explorer, and then I think I have not created the entity details. So let me create the entity details table. Click on the add, new item, and let me go to data model, and then entity details. Let me go to the table. Let me call this as ICI entity details. Okay, either you can create this table, or let's say you don't want to have it and you want to have it in the customer table itself. You can do that. That's up to you. Okay, but I want to create a separate table so that it would be more meaningful for us. Okay, to differentiate between both of them, I am creating the one. Let me call this as ICI entities. Okay. Okay, to make it more meaningful, ICI entity details. Click on the add button. Now again, go to the fields. Here, what are the fields that we have planned for? Name, date of establishment, address. Okay, I will take name. I will take it as a generic string. This is the name, and I will take the EDT int64 address as the foreign key, and then what else do we have? Address line. This is another one that I want to take. And what else do we have? Address line, and then TAN entity ID. Okay, and generic string again for entity ID, generic string again for TAN number. Okay, now let me call this entity ID, and this is address. Okay, let me call this as entity ID, and let me call this as address line 1. This is address line 2. This is 10. Okay, this should be enough. Oh, this is not address line 2. This is address line. It will come automatically with 2 lines. What are the other fields? One second. Date of establishment. Where is date type? This is not the one. This is also a string. Okay, I need to take one date type. Let me delete one of them. This is TAN, tax account number. Okay, and you can create one more date field. One second, generic date, and you can call it as, because we will have date of birth now. Similarly for these ones, we have date of establishment. Done. Save. Okay. So now the next step would be right click on the add button, new item, table, and we will call this as ICI current account. Hey, I'm creating them a bit fast here because already you know how to create tables and fields. Just a second. For this current account, I can go to savings account, and then I can go to fields. I can simply right click, copy, and I'll simply right click paste. Okay, and here I have the customer ID foreign key. I can keep the same thing, no worries. Or if you want to change the EDT, you can make it ICI generic string, and then here you can call this as, instead of customer ID, you can call this as entity ID, and here as well you can call it as entity ID. Okay, now that we are done. Okay, date of account creation, minimum balance, and is there anything else? No, that's it. Okay. Now similarly, you can create the fixed account table, but I don't know to take it up now. We can create them later on. Okay, first of all, we will see one more type of relation, and then we'll come back. I will drag and drop all this to the auto report. I will drag and drop all this to the auto lookup. And if you want to create the index, you can create on the account number, which is a unique index. I'm not creating any. Now relations. The next one is relation. Now see here, I want to have relation with entity details. How to do that? It's very simple. Click on the new relation, and then you can see the relation here. You can say ICI entity details, the table name, and then cardinality. You can select cardinality is one person, one account, one entity, one account. So 0, 1. Okay, entity is created, but account is not yet created. Or if you want to take exactly one, you can take exactly one as well. If the entity is created, then account should be created here. Okay, that's up to you. For one entity, there will be only one account. Done. Next, related table cardinality. You can set it to exactly one. Relationship type, it's a one-to-one, so it will become association. One-to-one relationship, so it will become association. Done. Now the next step, you can right click here, click on the new button, normal, and here the field will be account number. The related field will be also account number. Oh, we have forgot to select one property here, the related table. ICI entity details. Select that. Done. Now if you see here, you will get that field. Entity ID. Okay. Here account number. No. This should be entity ID equal to entity ID. 1 second. Let me check. Entity ID equal to entity ID. Okay. Done. This is how we will create a normal relation. So how to create? For example, if I go to savings account table now, and then I think already I have added them in the field groups. If I go to relations, create a new relation, and let's call this as ICI customer cardinality. Customer can be on the fixed account or the savings account. So what I will do is I will make it 0, 1, and related table cardinality, it will be exactly 1. Relationship type is association. Related table is ICI customer details. Done. Now right click on the new normal relation and go to properties. You can select the field here. The field is customer ID and the field here is customer ID. This is how we will create a normal relation. Done. Okay. Now let's create a few more. Okay. This is how we create the normal relation. Now we know the second type of relation, which is a normal relation. Okay. Now what is the next step? Okay, let's create the. I'm just thinking. Just a second. Okay, let's create one transactions table. Okay, I don't want to create more. I want to create only one transactions table for savings and fixed. So let me call this as ICI transactions. Click on the add button, and here in the fields, I will take one GUID and I will call this as transaction ID. Okay, and then I will take one date time field. Where is UTC date times? I will call this as transaction date time, and I will go to real. I will call this as transaction amount, and I will take one more EDT. Let me consider the generic string for account number. Okay, I am taking the generic string for account number. Done. Now we are good. Now let me update the field names. This is transaction ID. Done. The label would be transaction ID. Done. And this is generic date time. I want to call this as transaction date time. Okay, we need to call this as transaction date time. Label transaction date time. And this is transaction amount. Transaction amount. And you can call this label as transaction amount. Okay.
In extended data type, you have typed the name transaction amount. I think
Oh,
it should be
thank you.
name.
I haven't seen that. Let me make it. And let me call this as ICI amount. Done. Okay. And then last one is account number. Okay. Now we are done. Now, if you want to add the field groups, you can add few of them. You can drag and drop. And then if you want to add the, what do you call this? Index, you can add for the transaction ID. And then relations. Okay. Now we will come back to the relations. Okay. So before that, I want to get the data of savings account and current account, both are the same table. Okay, let me add them. Click on the new button and then a relation, and I will call this as ICI savings, and then I will change it to cardinality will be 0 more. If the transactions are done, it will be there, otherwise it will not be there. Related table, it will be exactly 1. Relationship type would be one-to-many association. Done. And related table will be ICI saving. Right click, normal, and you can call this as account number. The related field will be account number. Done. And then we need the data from current as well. New relation, and then I will call it as ICI current cardinality. You can select it to 0 more. Related table cardinality exactly 1. Relationship type one-to-many, so it is association. ICI current account, and then right click, click on the new normal. Let me call this field out. What is the field name? Let me call this as account number. 1 second. Let me select account number, account number. Let me save this. Okay. Now we will add some data, and then we will see how the tables will look like. Okay. We have added the data in the customers table. I think 2 records. So we will add the data into the remaining tables as well, and we will see how it will look like, and we will come back to the other types of relations. Okay. Other types of relations. Let me check if sync is true. Yeah, sync is true. Click on the OK button and then do a rebuild. Done. Let it build now. We'll wait for a minute because it will take some time. We have created 3 or 4 tables. So Okay, build got completed successfully. Now let me open the table browser, customers, open table browser, entity details, open table browser, and then savings account, open table browser, and then current account, open table browser for this one as well, and then transactions, open table browser. Okay. Oh, it's asking me for the sign in. I don't know. Okay, let me do that. It should not, but I don't know why it's asking. It says it has given the this one, but I don't have any. Sign in another way. Text. One second here, I am not getting the text. Okay, I got it. 591816. Don't show again. Sign in. Let me try to refresh. Good. Now we have almost all the table browsers. Okay. I think this is the customer table, which we have one customer. Let me add one more customer. 5000082, and I will say address line 1. Oh, got it. I need to select one of them. Address line 1, I can say flat number 203, and I can say 8 apartments, customer ID 1002, date of birth. Select something here. Mail ID. Krishna, mail, mobile number 98480. Mahesh, occupation, hero, something. So, okay, I have added 2 customers. Okay, and now let me go to the other table browser. This is the entity details. Click on the new button and select the address from here, Chennai or Hyderabad. Okay, we will add the visual path, and you can say flat number 305. Address line 1. I don't know the building name, so I will say Sri Venkateshwara. Okay. Something. Okay. Date of establishment. Let me set it to somewhere around 2003, 5th. Entity ID. I can say 1000, or this is entity, so I will give E for the sake of remembering. Something. Save. Okay, I have created one entity, and let me create the second entity. And this second entity I will create for address line 1, Raja Mansion, date of establishment. This is pretty new. E1002, and so okay, 2 establishments. Now done. Now let me come to the next table. I say savings account. If I click on the new button in the customer ID, I need to get the customer details. Good. I am getting. Okay. I am creating the savings account for Ramcharan. Available balance some 10 lakh. Date of account creation. Let's say he created this account on 10th November. Minimum balance 5,000. Save. Okay. And similarly, you can create one more account if you want. You can call it as S1002, 10 lakh, and this should be 1002. And the rate of account creation is this one, and let me set 5,000. Say done. Okay. Now there are two accounts which are created. I am creating from the table browser, but this will happen from the forms. I will show you how to do that when we go to the forms. Okay. And here this is current. No, this is transactions. Where is my current account? No, I don't need this one. Current savings customer current account. Okay. Click on the new button. I will create account number C1001 and available balance. I'm setting up somewhat big number. Date of account creation is 2. Entity name, I will select E1001. You can see that I got only E1001 because I did not add anything to the auto lookup. Only entity ID is there. So, okay. Minimum balance somewhere around. Oh no, this is minimum balance. I will make it 15,000 and then save. Similarly, you can create one more entity. C 1002, some bigger amount, and you can keep third. You can take E1002. Minimum balance is 15,000. Save. Done. Okay. We are good now. Now we are good. Now let me go back to the next table, that is the transactions. Click on the new button. Okay. Oh, what is this here? How many relations did I add to the transactions table? I added two, current and savings. But I am getting only savings. Here I am not getting the current account data. Then how to add it? This is where the conditional relations come into picture. Okay. Up to now, we have seen the relations which are used to generate the lookups. Okay. Up to now, we have seen the relations which are used to generate the lookups. But here, we need to create a type of relation called conditional relation. How to do that? Now, what I will do is, in the transactions table, I will add one more field type called enum. So before that, I want to create one base enum. Right click on the add button, new item. Let me call this as ICI account type. I will call it as ICI account type. Now click on the add button. Okay. 1 second. I want to add 3 values in it. None. Or let me add 2 values. Savings account. By default, let me show savings. You can do that as well. That's up to you. Okay. Oh, I have created a table. 1 second. I haven't seen that. Give me a second. It is on the table. I need to create a base enum, not a table. Right click on the add button, new item. It's on the table. I need to go to data types, base enum, and let me call this as ICI account type. Okay. So I will drag and drop the base enum directly, but you need to create a EDT for the enumerated data type as well. Please remember. Okay. For the sake of time, I will do that, but you need to create EDT for base enum as well. Savings, and then right click on the new element. I will call this as current, and in the label I will set it to current. Okay. Now let me go to the transactions table and then drag and drop this account type to fields. Done. Now let me go to properties. I will call this as account type. Let me set the property here, account type. Done. Okay. Account type. Okay. Done. Now we are good. Now see here, in the savings, what I will do is I will click on the new button and then I will add a field fixed relation. Okay. In the current table, if you want to fix the value of that of the field, and fetch the data from relevant table. Then you will use field fixed relation. Now I will set it to, if I need to get the data of the savings table, I need to get savings. Oh, what is this? I am not getting any information here. Account type, I say account type is there. Okay, seems like as I have not created the EDT, it might be not showing, or in this version is there an issue. Okay, just a second. Let's have a look and then come back. Okay, we will do one thing.
Do we
Let
need
me
to create the account type column in saving and current account table also?
no, not needed.
No. Okay.
One second. I have this one. Let me create on add button, new item, and let me create a EDT enum, and let me call it as ICI account type. It should show two values. That is why I'm trying. Okay. It should show actually two values. Okay. Unfortunately, I have kept it singular, so I made this as plural. Or I can do one more thing. Let me try renaming this. Account types. Come on. Oh, it's not allowing. It's already exist. One second. Give me a second. EDT enums. Where is it? Here. Okay. In the previous versions, when you used to rename this one, we need to restart the Visual Studio. Otherwise, it used to not work. Okay. But let's see the current version. Account types. Now I have this and everything is saved. Savings and current, it is saved. I think previously it was not saved. Okay. Possibly. Let me check the properties of this account type. It's there. And inner type is I say account types. Okay. And then let me select now. Click on the new button, a field fixed relation, and select the field. Select the account type here. In the values, you should get savings. Yeah, that's what. It's not saved. Okay. Now let me select savings here. I am saying if in the current table, account type field is set to savings, then only fetch the data of savings account. Similarly, field fixed. If the account type in the current table is current, then only go to the current account table and fetch the data of current accounts. Okay. Now let me save this and then let me do a rebuild and we will see whether it works or not. Let's wait for a minute. We will see that. Let the build complete.
So how it check the sequence of relation that suppose it will check for say account type, then it will go for account number lookup.
Hmm.
Is it automatically decided by 365?
Yes, it's automatically decided by system. It's similar to AX2012.
Okay.
Resuming Times of India top story.
Okay, it says build got completed. Now let me open the transactions table and check how it is working. It's loading here. Let's wait for a minute. Okay, now click on the new button and let's see whether it works or not. Come on, it's loading. Now you can see this is savings, so it should list out savings accounts. Good. Now let me change this to current. It should list out current accounts. Good. Okay. Now let me add some transactions. Okay, transaction date time is today. I'm not adding the GUID. I will show you how to do that later on. You can get a new GUID automatically. Okay, new button, and then you can select savings account, and you can add some transaction here, something like this, and then you can take one more transaction here, and you can add the date time, and you can create a new one. You can add this 1002, 15,000, and done. Okay. So this is how you can create transactions in the transaction table. Okay, did you get it? How to work with the current and savings and how to work with the field fixed. Now let's do one thing. I want to create one more table now. Okay, I want to create the fixed table and then the card table so that we can do the remaining stuff. Okay, click on the add button, new item. Now let me go to the data model again and let me go to the table. I will call this as ICI fixed account. Okay, click on the add button. Okay, now this is fixed account. You can see there are few more fields: account number, fixed amount, date of. Let's add all those fields. Okay, and here you can see I have added savings account number, current account number. That is up to you here. If you want to have the savings account number and current account number in this, you can add them. Otherwise, it's not needed. Okay, I will say currently it's not needed for us. We will add only two set of fields. Now let me go to any one of this table, savings account, and then let me simply copy these fields and then let me paste it over here. Okay, and here this is the account number. This will be same minimum balance. This is not the minimum balance. This I want to call it as fixed amount. Fixed amount. Okay, I will call this as fixed amount, and then I have the next one called available balance. I will call this as maturity amount. Okay, this I will call it as maturity amount, or if you want to call it as current amount, you can do that. Okay, customer ID, I will take the customer from there itself. Account number, fixed amount, maturity, customer ID, date of account creation. Okay, this will be same. Next, in the field groups, I can drag and drop all this auto report. I can drag and drop all this to auto lookup. Done. Indexes, I don't want to create any now. Relations. Okay, and if you want to add the interest rate, you can add one more field. Okay, you can duplicate this and then you can call it as uh, interest rate. Okay, that's up to you. You can call it as interest rate. So done. Okay. Now in the relations as well, I will go to again relations and directly with the customer. So I will simply copy this and paste it over there. You can copy and then you can paste the relation here. Done. I say customer. Okay. I have the customer ID, and with customer ID, I will get the relation automatically. Okay. So this is the next step. Now we are done with creating the fixed account. Now the next one. Okay. I'm going to this base enums. In the account types, I want to add one more value. What is the new element? The new element will be fixed. The new element will be fixed. I will call this as fixed. Done. Next step. Let me create one more table. Click on the add button, new item, and then a table. I will call this as ICI card account. Okay. Click on the add button, and here in the card account, let me go to this any current account or whatever the table it can be. Copy, 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 paste, paste, paste. Now account number. I will go to properties. I will change this to card number. Okay, here it is account number. I will call it as card number, and this is minimum balance. I will call this as card limit, and this is minimum balance. I will call this as card limit. And here, if you want to add the transaction amount or whatever it can be, you can add it. Otherwise, it's not needed. You can delete it. And here, there will be no entity ID. Instead of the entity ID, we will have the account number, because without account there will be no card. And then date of account creation, and here you can say date. I can call it as issue date. Okay, when the card is issued date, when the card was first issued, that is called the issue date. Done. Okay, now actually in this we need to get three. We need to get the information from card, we need to get the information from savings, current, fixed. So as I told you, we need to take this account types here. Okay, account types is mandatory in this case. So let me take it as account type. Done. So let me call this as account type. Here, save. Now let me go to the transactions table. I need to take savings and current, both of them, because account number is not getting changed now. You can simply copy this relation and you can paste it here. It will work. Paste. Okay. Savings. Similarly, you can copy one of them and you can paste it and update. Go to properties, and this will be ICI fixed, and this will be ICI fixed account. Okay. Cardinality. This will be either the person can take card or not. Okay, fixed account dot account number. Account type should be say fixed. This is one change that you need to do. Done. Now here as well, cardinality would be 1%, one card. So I will set only 0, 1, and remaining is fine. Good. Here as well, this is good. Done. So, okay, this is how we will create the field fixed relations. Okay, so now we are done with the field fixed relations. Now let me do one thing. I want to create one more table now, and I want to call the table as card transactions. Click on the new button. Okay, click on the new button, and then I want to create one more table. I will call this as ICI card transactions. Okay, I want to call it as ICI card transactions. Click on the add button here, and now in the card transactions, already we have the transactions table now. I want to take up to here. Copy, copy, copy. Because card is only one table here, so why to take all those fields? Not needed. This is enough. Instead of calling this as account number, you can call it as card number. Done. You can call it as card number. Done. Okay. Now we are good. Now we are good. And then relations. Only one relation. Click on the new relation, and I will call this as ICI card account here, and then cardinality 0 more based on the transactions. Related table cardinality, it will be exactly one. Relationship type, one to many association. Related table ICI card account. Okay. Save. New. I'm creating a normal relation, and then field with me card number from here, and then field with me card number from here. Save. Done. Okay. Now we are done with creating the card tables as well. Let me do one thing. Let me do a rebuild. We will add the data in fixed account, 1 or 2 records, card account, card transactions, and then we'll come back. Let's wait for a minute. Let the build finish here. Yes, build got completed successfully. Now let me open fixed account. 1 second. First of all, let me close this to avoid confusion. Let me open the fixed account, and let me open the transactions. Sorry, card account and card transactions. Okay, done. Hmm. Okay. Now, where is my fixed account? Yeah, this is the one. Let me create some records. I will call this as F1001. Customer ID, I will take any one of them. Yeah, I have only 2 customers. So date of account creation, let me set it to today. Fixed amount 1 lakh, interest rate I'm giving 10%, maturity amount let's say 10 lakh something. Okay, okay, done. Now let me go to card account, click on the new button. Let me select account number. I got this 1001. Good. Savings, card limit 1 lakh, card number C1001, issue date. I will set it to 2nd November. Click on the new button. I will take current account, account number C1001. I will say 10,000, the same limit. I will call the 1002. Issue date is 3rd November. Save. Let me click on the new button. I will take fixed. I want to take one account worth 1001. Here as well, I will set 10,000. 1003. Done. Date of creation is some 10. Save. Okay. This is good now. Now we have created 3 records. Now let me go to the card transactions. Click on the new button. Okay. Oh, what is this here? I am getting savings, current, fixed, all the accounts. But let's say I need only savings account. From the related table, I want the data which belongs to savings account. Okay, from the related table. So what I will do is I will go here in the card account. I will right click on new button, and then I will take the related field fixed. You can see the difference. Here I got the ICA card account dot. Previously I used to get ICA savings or something dot here. Okay. Now I will select the field called account type. I want to fix the value to savings. Now what I am saying, from the related table, only get the data of savings account. Now let me do a rebuild and let me open and we will see this. Let's wait for a minute. Okay. Now I think I need to again get back to the transactions table here and let's see. Oh no, card transactions. 1 second. Okay, and we will see the difference now because we saw that we are getting only one. We are getting all the accounts now. Now we will see whether we are getting only one account or all the accounts. Let's see that. So see here, field fixed and related field fixed are used for conditions. If you want to add the relations conditionally, then we will use field fixed and related field fixed. Whereas the normal and foreign key relation is used for lookup. If you want to show all the data of one table in the other table field, then you are going to use the normal or the foreign key relation. That's the difference. Okay, let's wait for a second. Okay, click on the new button and let's see in the card number. Okay, you got only one account which belongs to savings. Okay, but now there is one more thing here. Actually, if I show all the accounts, na, customer, savings and fixed, the customer has a pain that he can't figure out because it's on the basis of the card number, so he can't figure out which account belongs to what. Now his requirement is he wants to see the accounts. He wants to get all the accounts, but he want one more filter here. He want the fixed as the filter. If fixed is applied as the filter, it should show fixed accounts. Savings as the filter, savings accounts. How to do that? In that case, if you want to show the three accounts, but if you want to segregate the stuff, then you need to create one more field in this card transactions table, and you need to call it as account types. And then you can go to the properties. You can call it as account type. And what I can do here, you can say account type, and then here you can add one more condition, a field fixed relation, and you can call it as account type, and the value would be, is it savings? Now what I'm saying, if the if the current if the current table field account type is savings, then fetch the data from the card transactions table, sorry, card account table where account type is savings. If the current table field account type is savings, then fetch the data from card account table where account type is savings. Similarly, what you can do, you can create two more, paste. This is where this is where the related table role comes into picture. Here I will call this as savings role. If you don't give that, it will throw the error. Please remember. Here I will call this as the name would be ICICI card account current, and I will call this as current role. And the third one would be, you can call it as savings account fixed, and the table role will be fixed role. Done. Save. Okay. And then here in the current, you can apply or the change to current here, and this one as well, you need to change it to current here, and then you need to come back to this one. Here the account type should be fixed. Here the account type should be fixed, and then save it. Okay, and then do a rebuild. Done. Now let's see the difference, how it will look like. So tomorrow we will discuss on delete actions and if the time permits state machines, and then we'll move on to the methods, events, and everything. Okay, let's see that based on the time. Okay, so see here, yeah. So what are the topics that we have discussed today? Is about I will do one thing. At the beginning, I will add one page. Drag and drop it to this here. I will call it as title. And let me put the date 15/11/2020. First thing is about relations. Okay, we have discussed about table relations on this day. Yeah, the bill got completed successfully. And then let me go to the card transactions and open table browser again. This time we will see what is the difference. Okay. Now let me show you what makes the difference here. Click on the new button, savings. I am getting the savings account, which is C1001. If I select current, you will get C1002. If I select fixed, you will get only one, which is C1003. Okay, so this is how it works. Hope you understood about all these things, but actually this needs a lot of practice, otherwise you'll forget. Okay, so please practice and let me know if you have any queries. Okay, that's it for today. If there are no queries, I will end session here and we will meet again tomorrow. Any questions?
No.
Yeah, go ahead.
I think both the things I find similar. That the previous we in the previous table, when we select the account type, then only the transaction lookups are come same.
There is one
Actually,
difference.
yeah.
Okay, here you can see I am getting the data from card account table with fixed type. Okay, if I remove this fixed now, what will happen? You will get fixed, you will get savings, you will get current.
Okay.
Okay, whereas if I go to ICI transactions, here in the relations you can see in the current table I have fixed it. This is called field fixed.
Okay.
Okay, in the card transactions I have fixed in the related table card account dot account type. This is called related table field fixed.
Okay.
Okay,
So that was in the same table and that what is in related table.
yes,
Okay.
in one of them it will be related table if it is related field fixed. In one of them it is field fixed if it is in the same table.
Okay.
Any other questions? Okay, thanks all for the session. Let's meet again tomorrow same time.
Thanks.
Thank you all. Bye.